Hello again, Timberwolves fans. Are you ready for the explosion of Timberwolves basketball? It is Saturday, November the 23rd, 2012. This is episode number 86 of Timberwolves Explosion. I am your host, Joey Owygen, or Paladino Joey, and with me now, as per usual, Marcus the Forecaster, alive and well yet again, to grace the airwaves with you for another week or two, depending on, we're a little random with the week or 2 week thing, but we do our best, don't we? We do our best. Timberwolves Explosion is available on the sportstuff.com and on iTunes. We thank each and every one of you always for downloading and listening to this show. It is a great pleasure to be a part of your week or 2 weeks or month or whatever. It's always awesome to be on the air with you. Hopefully once a week, but sometimes 2 weeks. But yeah, you get the idea. Still fun covering this team, but it wasn't the most exciting 2 weeks or so, has it? It's been a little bummer.
Yeah.
It's been a bummer. Yeah, the injuries caught up with the Timberwolves, and then some of the guys came back. In fact, 3 of them, and we're still not doing that good.
Yeah, it was surprising to see Love back.
That was unbelievable. There's been a lot of twist of events the past couple of days, actually, with the man up and man down type of situation. So if you've been living in a cave the last 2 days or so, 2 or 3 days, Kevin Love came back about almost a month early, according to some people. Maybe 2 to 3 weeks, I thought, but like a month early to some people. I was jumping on my phone to look at the early box score because, I couldn't see the very beginning of that, Denver game. And then I see in the start, I just see where the letters K-Love. Wait, what? Huh? Wait, what? Yeah, Kevin Love came back. That was just pretty crazy. That was pretty exciting. But, we'll get to those games as we jump on. We usually like to start out of the Wolves at the very beginning just to kind of get the NBA news out of the way. And then, of course, lots of Wolves-related news this time. Oh, my goodness. There's a lot of Wolves talk today. And then we'll probably do our little NBA, after we review a lot of the Wolves games and such and Wolves news, do our brief little random NBA roundup afterward. That's always fun, isn't it? It's like Marcus's NBA roundup. There we go. The Forecaster's NBA roundup. He probably prefers that. He likes to do his forecasting. So, yes, did you forecast Mike D'Antoni as the Lakers coach?
I didn't see that coming.
No?
I was for sure that was going to be Phil.
Yeah. That was a lot of, It's like you walk in, you figure the way Mike Brown was basically just, cacked out of there immediately, like 5 games into the season, they've already made up their mind who they're going to hire. It's kind of obvious.
Yeah. But
then we figured it's probably got to be Phil Jackson coming back.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he felt it was obvious.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he did. And then it wasn't. And then he's stunned and all that, and everybody's shocked, and next thing you know, there you go. Mike D'Antoni is the guy. Old Pringles, Coach Pringles. We love him. He's the guy. It was Mike Brown had been fired when we recorded the last show, and Mike D'Antoni had not quite officially been hired yet. I'm trying to look at the response by Vince Germano, of course, a member of the great Courtside podcast, Hank McCoy, Vince Germano, and BG. Those guys are outstanding. Great show. Do check it out. The Courtside podcast. 3 very cool guys, always. For some reason, I'm not finding it, and I'm frustrated. Oh, there it is. Okay. Maybe I did read it on the last show, but that's okay. No, I couldn't have, or I didn't. Lucas Quill saying I was hoping for Stan Van Gundy because Dwight Howard would have been back there. That would have been hilarious. Wouldn't it, though? Yes. Oh, and we didn't actually officially... Oh, go ahead.
We have Hill, who has history with Pringles.
Yeah, that's right. They all do. It seems like half the team does. Jordan Hill, of course, member of the New York Knicks. Steve Nash, Phoenix Suns. Kobe Bryant's dad played with Mike D'Antoni in Italy. Yeah, it's there's a lot of kind of connections there. It seems like yep.
Hill didn't have the best experience.
No, he did. He kind of got buried, didn't he, over there? Like, I was surprised that Jordan Hill's career started out as slowly as it did, and he's never really going to be a starter. Looks like in this. Well, maybe, but he wouldn't be like a major starter. Well, I hope it works out for him. So far, I think the Lakers look okay, but then again, they lost to the Kings. Yikes.
Yeah.
Until they lost to the Kings in the second game. It looked good in the first game, but yeah, when they looked good against Brooklyn, and they lost to Sacramento in the second game. And it wasn't really that close, was it? It was like 10 points the whole time.
Yeah.
What happened?
It's just, there's no depth for that team. They need a bench.
Mm-hmm. It's just like we've been saying for the last, 5 years now, doing the show. You're like, yeah, I remember whenever just casually check out the old shows just for fun, Just for fun, check out the archives, and then I always hear the forecasters saying, people say, Lakers, they have the best bench. I don't believe that.
Yeah, they don't.
And no, they never really have. Yeah, it's...
Clippers, on the other hand.
Yeah, they have a pretty good overall... Yeah, they really do. They have a pretty good overall group of players. Top to bottom. I am annoyed that I can't seem to find Vince Germano's response to the Mike D'Antoni. Maybe I accidentally bumped the heading somewhere. There it is. Okay. Yep, my bad. He says, this is his comment about the Mike D'Antoni signing, because, of course, Vince is a Laker fan. This Kurt Rambis, as a player, thank God, not as a coach. Picture. His Facebook pictures, Kurt Rambis as a player, thank God for that. He says, I've said it before and I'll say it again. His system, meaning Mike D'Antoni, wins games, not championships. Not enough emphasis on D. Yeah. Is that about where you stand as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's...
I think he's using the excuse as he didn't have defensive players. I mean, he did have Amari.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he did.
But right now, I think that's just an excuse. I don't think he actually cared about defense in the first place. It's not just because Amari was on that team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a very debatable topic, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, well, so far his teams have had pretty horrible defense. I mean, the Suns got, they would give up 110 points and try to score 113. Mm-hmm. New York Knicks kind of tried to do the same, but they were worse at it. I remember when you used to really like him. I remember because you liked all the way the Suns played, and you'd always be the Knicks, and then you bring Amari. Was it Amari? But you'd always bring Nash over all the time. I remember that to the Knicks. Remember that?
Yeah.
You'd always pick the Knicks. That was about 2 years ago or whatever. You'd always bring Nash to the Knicks. You're like D'Antoni, but now you can't stand him, huh? Or not?
We're talking about the
not
Xbox.
Hate him, but yeah, the Xbox, not the PlayStation, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's the Xbox. I didn't even mention it, did I? 2K. Okay, I apologize.
NBA 2K.
I'm like, I'm way ahead of myself. I apologize, guys. Anyhow, yeah, Mike D'Antoni.
Yeah, I really don't know what to think about the Lakers. Or what D'Antoni's even... can you say that the Lakers are better? I think they're better because now they're just out there playing, they're just doing what they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
They're not playing any type of system. It's basically go out there, it's like a pickup game.
Mm-hmm. Seems like that's, just run and gun, but that's about it.
Yeah.
And there's no, there isn't much of a structure, is it? It's just kind of go and do whatever, kind of.
Yeah, even Dwight said it himself about D'Antoni, even though he's not there yet. He was Dwight. Can't remember word for word, but it said something along the lines of Kobe's out there.
Yeah.
We can win games with Kobe, and he's basically like a coach.
Mm-hmm.
Which
and that's true. Yeah.
Even Michael.
Yeah,
even
Michael
Jordan.
absolutely was. Yeah. Like the player-coach type of thing, without being the coach, but coach enough. He was enough of a coach, basically, out there to lead the team. Sometimes, Well, obviously in Jordan, and then they still had Phil Jackson and all that. I mean, but now, yeah. I mean, I kind of like. I mean, I'll admit I kind of like the hiring a little bit, mostly because Phil Jackson's age. He wasn't going to stay too long. Obviously, Kobe's not going to stay too long, and Nash can't, type of thing. But I don't know. I mean, I guess the Lakers kind of had to look at semi-long term. I mean, yeah, because D'Antoni's not going to coach forever either. He's 61, but 61 versus 70 is still a significant difference. So maybe a 5 to 6 year difference there in terms of coaching.
Yeah, because I think Kobe's always going to run his style, his system.
Yeah, he kind of has his own system, the Kobe rules.
Yeah.
I said it. Yes. Not the Bryant rules, the Kobe rules. Just sounds better.
So then I think D'Antoni's going to affect other players more than Kobe, because I think Kobe's going to play his game regardless.
Well, and if he could get out of Nash, similar, if he can kind of bring Nash to that Phoenix Suns style again, it's going to help the Lakers definitely versus what Mike Brown had going on. I mean, so either way, it's still an upgrade, right?
Yeah.
You agree? I mean, Mike. I think we probably said it out about Mike Brown, huh? Say the 2 words you said last year. No. You saw him on the screen, never? You just said, he's useless. Wait, say it once. Huh? Oh, no. He's like, he's useless. No.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, like what were you going to lead
much.
into? Yeah. Before I cut into you there.
No. It was just the D'Antoni. I really can't see his value right now.
Kind of hard to
tell.
Couple
games in, once Nash gets in.
Yeah, it's like the whole cart before horse thing. Yep.
Yeah.
You can't jump on it too quickly. Yep. Couple quick things here. When I posted about episode 85 being released, Vince saying, "Great show, guys." And we thank you very much for that. And he said he recorded a show also the next day. That was awesome. Very good show again, courtside. Yes, sir. As we move right along. According to Darren Wolfson of the Star Tribune, he was talking, this was right before the Wolves got Josh Howard, like hours, maybe, or so, the one day or so before. He was saying the Wolves are trying to make a trade, stay tuned, basically, and that, or actually I worded it that way, but he was saying something along the lines of, the Wolves are trying to sign a guy, but the agent was saying they're also trying to make a trade as well, so it's kind of being delayed. And he wouldn't say who the guy was, obviously. It ended up being Josh Howard. I kept thinking, is it Beatrice, or who is it? Ends up being Josh Howard. So we're going to talk about him in about 3 seconds. But yeah, I guess the trade stuff. Who could it be? It's got to be Darren Williams, or Derek Williams, excuse me, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's got to be. He hasn't seen a lick of playing time since Josh Howard arrived, and since Kevin Love arrived, excuse me. Kevin Love returned. He hasn't seen 1 second. 1 second. What's up with that, huh? Yeah, we'll get to our trade ideas in a little bit when we talk about our shooting guard situation very, very shortly.
A couple guys have to go.
Yeah. A couple guys have to go, and a certain guy needs to arrive. A certain underutilized guy that we wanted so badly. A guy that we were crying and weeping about, literally. I mean, very upset when we saw he got acquired.
By looks of tonight's game, a couple guys have to arrive.
Yeah, like now. Please, somebody save us, right? Lucas Quill saying, any predictions on which player they're trying to trade? Or maybe on which player they should be trying to trade? Again, it's got to be D-Will. Yeah, I was saying D-Will, and D-Will, Lucas. Just my opinion on the show. We've been saying Barea forever, and that still could be part of it, Barea still could be part of it, maybe, especially once Rubio comes back, though I think we might almost want to trade Ridnour more than Rubio right now. But I really get the vibe it's D-Will, yeah. I mean, clearly he has no future here. Now even more clearly. And he rebounds about as much as Allen Houston. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is like, he just doesn't rebound.
It's the baby hands.
It is. It's got to be. I mean, yeah. Does he really have small hands?
But when he plays, yeah. I mean, he can't catch a pass.
Mm-hmm.
He tries to dribble, You can't dribble any better than Wesley.
Yeah. And lately, it seems like a lot of guys in this team have small hands. Like they were bumbling the ball around the last couple of games, like Dante Culpepper for the Vikings did years ago. Like it's hard to accept. So, Vince chimes in about that, saying, "I think you're trading Rubio to the Lakers." Ha ha! And it's like, and I'm like, for Nash, and he says, "I'd take that." It's like, well, yeah, at that age, Oh, I love Vince. So yes, here it is. Well, yeah, the Wolves did get Josh Howard. Yes, I'm really happy. Like I came in working, I was working hard on the lawn cleanups. And I see this little highlight now, with the little Score Center application on iTunes, from my iPod Touch, whatever. Gave me a little notification. I come home from doing a lawn cleanup in the morning. What day was it? Like last Thursday, I think it was. And it says, Wolves signed Josh Howard. I'm like, yes, all right. Yeah, it's a good signing.
Yeah. At first, I was thinking, okay, anybody at this point is good. Mm-hmm. And then I had to do my own little scouting.
Yep.
Because I know of his injuries. So I'm like, okay, do we get another injury risk player? Mm-hmm. But I'm happy with him.
Yeah, this is nice. Yeah, I mean, we see him on the court, and it's just by all accounts, that first game against, was it the Warriors? Yes, the Warriors. Just right out of the gate, he looked all spry and ready to roll. I was like, hey, this is cool. And he's looked spry since he got here. He's looked spry, in all 3 games. I'm not disappointed in that sense. I don't know. I'm very excited. Are you?
Yeah.
Or I shouldn't even say the word excited. I'm very pleased, right? There we go. Maybe excited is too strong.
Yeah, I got excited after he made his first shot.
Yeah, it's like, hey, because we need that pulse, don't we? Like,
it's defense. He makes me think that there's a lot of fans out there thinking, once a guy is 32, well, that's too old.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think it's time for us to really back off from this whole low risk, high rewards dice roll that Khan's doing.
Yeah, we've been doing it a lot lately. It's not working out as good as we'd like. Luckily, this luckily the Josh Howard one, it's not a low risk, high reward. It's a in a lot of ways a no brainer right now. I mean, he was an absolute great fit. When you consider, and yes, we didn't actually. Oh yeah, Budinger, of course, was. Well, we saw him get hurt, but then they're like his X-rays are normal, which is kind of funny. And then they do the MRI, and it wasn't normal. It was a torn meniscus, and he's out for 3 bleeping months. Usually when I heard meniscus, it was like a month or so, but I guess it's 3 in this case. So, Josh Howard, like, no-brainer, Especially, do you think, if you had a choice, here's a little question to throw at you. If you had a choice between, and I know it's not the most exciting choice ever, but Josh Howard versus Michael Petrus, who would you take if you could only get one or the other at this point?
You mean like now?
Yeah.
Get rid of Howard?
If no, like say if before we signed Howard, if you had to choose only between one or the other, who would you pick?
I would have gotten Petrus, just because there's no injury risk.
That's the good, and he's younger. I suppose I could see that.
We're now age is.
Look at you now. You're backtracking. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's the.
Age for me isn't a big, experience.
Yeah.
As far as age, it's like guys don't want anyone over 25.
Yeah, that's getting ridiculous. Like that. Yeah, that's getting ridiculous. Like, come on. We're in our early 30s. We're working on our mid, but not quite there yet. And I resent that. Damn it! All you guys that think 32-year-olds are, what I mean?
Yeah, we definitely need experience on this team because we can't. Maybe everyone's banking on Roy, not Shved.
Oh, Roy.
It's like you gotta give these guys some time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Shved. Yeah, it's like Roy. Apparently, we're getting to it. Well. We're getting to it, but let's just say he's basically a car with no transmission. So it's like, can we, He's basically a car with no transmission at all. Like the gear, those gears are gone. What was the other one you said? Buttinger?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, well, yeah, and he was a good pick. He was a nice, obviously more valuable piece even than I thought, at least early on. It's not like he played that much yet.
Yeah, I'm still not happy with him.
Not all the way in?
Well, it's because, he's not all the way in. He has one foot out the door, basically.
Oh, yeah, that's the other problem.
Yeah, it's like a rental.
Yeah,
he's
1 year.
A rental. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And he could have just sat on the bench,
With the Rockets?
Yeah. Then maybe the free agent, they could have made a bid for him.
Yeah, 1.2 instead of, right now, I'm not. Right now, obviously, I don't think he's going to get the amount of money he would have gotten. Because, he might have been looking at closer to. Because somebody would have overpaid probably to try to get him for $5 million or something. I mean, we know how this league works.
Yeah.
Somebody would have tried to say 2 years, $10 million or something, $10 million total, of course. But yeah, I totally get your vibe though with the age thing. It's Jamal Crawford, Brandon Roy, Jamal Crawford. In the end, just who looks older right now, Jamal Crawford or Brandon Roy?
Yeah,
you got a guy with 70-year-old knees or a guy that's torching people.
Yeah, we should have.
Damn it!
Definitely should have gone after Crawford.
Damn it. And I know it's the whole second guess thing, and I was kind of a believer. Like, I wasn't all the way in, obviously, and because you can't be, because, with a degenerative situation, as we're slowly sliding into it, as you could tell. We're getting there. Yeah, we probably said about how much we need to say about old Josh, but other than I think he's a nice, valuable addition overall. We'll get deeper into him as we get into game reviews, but it's easy to second guess. I get it, but at the same time, we both kind of knew that this was a high risk, and the whole time we watched him play, it's like, he was a nice facilitator, nice veteran. In some ways, that's where the age was a good thing because it actually helped the experience and the passing and all that. That was good, but then you had. But then you have the knees just totally going out here. As, of course, it's been announced that, first, Brandon Roy had to have arthroscopic surgery. And then they say, after that, they say out at least a month after the arthroscopic surgery. But then the results come in, and it's like, it's it's clearly, it's level 3 arthritis. Which apparently, as I posted it on there, what level 3 arthritis is, it's basically you're one step away from a knee replacement. Where apparently that's what level 4 is. Brandon Roy mentions that as well. Jules Postorino says, time to look on the free agent market for a new shooting guard. What a disaster. Yeah. I second that, Jules. I second it. This is obviously the Facebook page. I don't think I even mentioned that, which is terrible. So you just simply type in the search bar Minnesota Timberwolves explosion, or Timberwolves explosion, Minnesota Timberwolves. Sorry I didn't mention that. Not as I'm silly there. I just kind of jumped the gun there, but I guess, those of you obviously figured this was the Facebook page, but do give that a like if you could. Timberwolves explosion, Minnesota Timberwolves. Go there and click like, and you can join in the conversation on here. But it's a level 3 arthritis. Level 4 means knee replacement. So it's basically, if you're at that stage, he's got to go. He has to retire. He has to.
Yeah.
And there's no doubt about it.
And he needs to do it pretty fast here, because with the rumors going around, like Lakers are looking at Raja Bell. Petrus should be getting some calls right now.
I can't believe he hasn't been signed yet. Not that he's that great, but he's a legit shooting guard that deserves playing time in this league. Especially,
Yeah, we definitely need Roy to say, okay, I'm done, so we can try to get that roster spot.
Yeah, it needs to be done, and it's not even, and for me, when I say like he needs to retire, it's like, yeah, it'd be nice to get the roster spot, but also for his own, obviously, well-being.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
For his own well-being, for his own good, he's got to go.
Yeah, he may at least say to himself, like, at least I'll give it one last shot. And
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and he was saying that in the Real GM article. Of course, that's what was posted on there. Yeah, he's not officially announced his retirement or anything yet, but and Jim Pete and I don't even and all them were talking about tonight how they're almost making it sound like, if and when he comes back, it's like, don't even go there. Like, he's not come. If he comes back, I would be completely shocked.
It'll be as a cheerleader.
Yeah, there's no point. It's just not worth it. I mean, no offense to anybody that supports Brendan Roy or Roy himself. It's just not worth it. I mean, I can only wonder. I can only imagine how painful it must be to just say I have to quit. But I think he has to.
Yeah.
I mean, it sucks having to walk away when it's like he went from. I guess as he says, he went from a guy who kind of like barely got into college basketball, and next thing you know, he's a star after his senior year. Or he wasn't getting much playing time before that. But then it's like it's still a bummer. He was saying how this was all basically in a lot of ways a dream come true and everything, and it's more than I could ever ask for anyway, so I can't be too greedy. He was basically saying that. I mean, it's classy of him to think that way, but at the same time, obviously, it's sad and disappointing to see him have to walk away. How does he word it? Let's look at it exactly. He said, I can't say I'm disappointed. That would be selfish. I was just a normal player my junior year in college, and everything since then has been a major blessing. So I've had an unbelievable run, which to me actually does sound like somebody that's about ready to... He sounds like he's about ready to hang it up. Yeah. He wants to not...
Basically, that was like the beginning of his speech.
Yeah.
His retirement speech.
Yeah, like it's been an incredible run. And then there it goes. Yeah. Yeah, it sounds like somebody that's about, he doesn't want to say it yet, but he knows he knows,
Yeah. And I definitely... No, I kind of feel bad saying he needs to, hurry it up, but we need Petrus.
Yeah, I mean, at minimum, or the other guy.
Yeah, after seeing tonight's game against the Blazers, we need him.
Tonight's game against the Blazers was painful.
Yeah.
It is kind of cool, though. We recorded a lot of these shows right after a game. I think it's fun, actually. It's actually good.
We try to let the losses get to us, but...
it's been happening too often.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Tonight we had a lot of, Palladino Joey was a little bit agitated the whole night because I just... We'll get deeper into it, but brief. Let's just say there's no love lost between myself and the Portland Trail Blazers just because it's been a lot of years of just... it's been a lot of years of irritating losses and guys that seem to be a little bit too happy with themselves on the other bench, but... I'll just leave that alone for now.
Yeah, well, I am glad that Roy came here and gave it a shot.
Yeah.
But I feel a whole lot better than I do about it if we had a solid starter and Roy was kind of like a third option. He came in and gave it a shot.
I would have felt way more confident with that.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Yeah, it's kind of the too many eggs in one basket. I mean, luckily we signed. We also did acquire Shved, and he looks like he's going to be something in this league, but. Still, it'd be nice to have more of a full-time, legit starter, though, instead.
Yeah, exactly. Especially if you're getting a Roy, you kind of know what you're getting with the knees.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, do you really want to make him a starter? And Shved, who you're hoping is a great basketball player?
You're hoping, yeah.
Yeah, we need...
It's risky.
Yeah, we need to stop with all these risks right now.
Yeah, we like to take risks, apparently. I mean, the Kirilenko was not a risk. It was more of a... it wasn't... it just wasn't a risk. Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, worst case, his numbers are a little,
not the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Points a game. You're going to get steals, blocks, great defense from him.
a little bit pokey, maybe, or like if he was a little bit slower. But no, he's what this was a kind of a cool way to put it too. Was Paul Allen on KFAN said something about he is a really good oddball guy, and it sounds weird saying it, but his point was how he gets the oddball stats. Like, you don't see 20 point, 10 rebound stuff. You see like 3 steals, 4, 2 blocks, stuff like that. It's very valuable stuff that we obviously belongs on this team in the best way.
I don't know.
Biggest
I don't know
way.
about Shved. I don't know if it's his confidence, but
Up and down.
I mean, look at Rubio. When he came here, people were saying, "Oh, he can't shoot. Or his game's not going to translate well once he gets here."
Yep.
Those people were wrong.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Look at Shved. He played over there with Karolinko for a bunch of played
at least 1 year. Yeah. At least 1 year.
Played professional for years. Comes here. He does okay. Does pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of shooting is up and down.
Yeah.
Look at Lillard.
Oh,
I mean,
look at Lillard. Jeez.
The guys who are going to be stars are you can tell what you'll get within the first couple games from them.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell if they have the it factor.
Mm-hmm.
And I think from what we've seen from Shved, I think he'll be a solid starter, but I don't know about the star quality. I don't think it's there.
Probably not.
Or now I see him as like a 6-man.
Mm-hmm.
He's nobody likes to shoot and score, so I don't know about seeing him as a starter right now.
Yeah, and he certainly doesn't have the physical strength to be a starter in this league. He's not. You look at him and the way he gets manhandled frequently. Yeah, he does not remind me of a guy who should be playing full time in this league. This is not a kids league. He's kind of got a teenager's body out there.
And when he does get manhandled, he kind of like backs off.
Yeah.
Like, wow, I felt that one,
Yeah, like, whoa, where did that come from?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Shved to me, he's like that punch off the bench, scoring punch off the bench.
Yeah.
Defensively, he's he'll get a steal or two here and there, but he also gets beat at times. Yeah, as we noticed in the Charlotte game.
Oh yeah.
He got Michael Jordan, Byron Russell in that game. Oh, literally, wasn't it though?
Yep.
Michael Jordan did that same
push-off.
Without the push off, and that's an amazing. Yeah, that was good. That was a good play by Kemba Walker. Well, we're getting there. Yep. Yeah, that was a fun one. No, that game was not fun, but that was it was a good play for you if you're a basketball fan, which we are. Yeah. Yes. So that pretty much should conclude the Facebook page. Real quick. Oh, yeah, Vince Germano at the time said, "Did I hear right? K-Love back today?" He was just as surprised as I was. And then he mentioned the Brandon Roy diagnosed with degenerative knee arthritis, contemplating retirement. And he says, "Yeah, big shame. Surely there was a clause in his contract that doesn't pay him the full amount." And yes, it was thank God there were several incentives, and it's partially guaranteed. I believe the second year is not guaranteed, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, thank God for that. No offense to Brandon right now. Again, no offense. But, that's why it was partially guaranteed, because they knew it was risky. He knew it was risky. He knew it just as much. And when you read that quote, he almost quietly knew it wasn't going to work out, but let's give it a shot.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of upset about. I mean, both sides kind of knew. As he's looking at the contract, he's probably thinking, "You guys pretty much know that I'm not going to be here."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The odds of it are pretty high, so you can,
Yeah, a little bit. I don't know. It's like they kind of jumped on it a little too easy.
Yeah.
And,
he's probably thinking, okay, at best, I'm great coming off the bench. I'm a decent bench guy,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'll be pretty solid, and I won't turn the ball over. I'll try not to, and I'll make pretty smart plays, but I'll give you at least 4 games.
Oh man!
We should have said, okay, let's call up Mayo. Let's see what Mayo's doing. See what Jamal Crawford's doing.
Oh, I wish. God, I wish. Oh, or the other guy. We're getting very close here. We better get to that pretty soon. We're getting very close to mentioning him. But yeah, it's what did I say?
It never should have been $5 million to begin with.
Yeah, in hindsight, and yeah, like my thing, real quick, is that guy. I know I sound hypocritical a little bit because I was all excited about it, but I mean, I guess it is kind of the knee-jerk reaction, just the thought of, boy, what if he really is healthy, or even a little bit healthy, what if he's 80% or 75%? What an awesome move that would be! Wow, this blood spinning, because the blood thinning thing did work for other people, but I guess if it's arthritis, it's just not going to, I mean.
Yeah.
And this is the point I wanted to get to. We talked about it off air earlier today. It's like, this might sound weird just saying it, but I have to say it just because this might be on the mind of a lot of the listeners. But it's like, it's the year 2012. Don't they have some type of substitute cartilage to help somebody like that? You would think, but I guess not. Or supposedly the type of stuff they use is like not good for you. But why couldn't they make something that is? I don't know. I just find that odd. I don't know. Because, I don't know, I guess it's just the way it is, though. When you're your natural body, you can't just get some cushion of some kind put in there to replace the natural one.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know the specifics of how that blood treatment works, but...
Yeah, the spinning, yep.
It's not like it's I mean, doesn't it repair what's there?
You would think a little bit.
There's nothing to repair.
Yeah.
So what is it actually doing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you do wonder. That's a good point. When you think about that. Yeah, especially in Roy's case. Like, yeah, there's nothing there to repair.
Yeah.
It's just gone.
At first I was thinking, okay, was the blood get thick? To get some type of cushion? No, it didn't.
Yeah, that's... yeah, and in the end, it seemed like the whole point of it was, I guess, to eliminate swelling. But, again, it's going to come back, I guess, or... And, like we were saying on the previous show, Roy seemed to have this look in his face that had the look of chronic pain.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this hurts. Oh. Kind of the same look I have with my ankles sometimes when I'm working on hills or outside. My ankles don't like hills.
Yeah, plus it was a thing, I got after I got a little bit more information about it, like what you said about the pain.
Yeah, chronic, yep.
I mean, there's no pain, but it doesn't mean that you're not wearing your knees down.
No, and there's
bone
that
on bone, I mean, you might not feel it.
Ooh, yeah.
But when you do, it's going to be worse.
Yeah, because it like disguises the pain, and then all of a sudden there's more damage.
Yeah.
And it's a horrifying thought. And then the whole knee replacement thing, that just sounds really icky. I couldn't even imagine having that, A knee replacement? Boy, that'd be something else. I mean, this is a guy that averaged 23 points a game like a couple years ago.
Yeah, I think after tonight we may be in a rush to make a trade.
Yeah, we have to do something, and I know Josh Howard is a good player, but he's more of a small forward. We more brought him in to help out Kirilenko and not get worn out to smithereens, because that's the last thing we need is Kirilenko, who I still say currently, like I probably won't be saying it by the end of the year, but right now, Andrei Kirilenko, still with Kevin Love in the lineup, is the most valuable player right now. And now maybe 2 weeks from now it'll be totally different, but I had to say it. So yeah, you can't let him burn himself out. That's the last thing we need, because if he does, seizure, Wolves season. So that's the main reason Josh Howard is, and that leaves the gaping hole at the shooting guard position.
And center, I think there's a hole in center.
Yeah,
because the quality really drops after Peck.
Oh yeah, yeah. How many minutes did Steams get tonight? How many?
None.
Absolutely none, ladies and gentlemen. And who got that? And who took his minutes? Ugh. Yeah, that guy. Say it again, louder. Lou. That guy has the offensive skills of. Can I even come up with a name? I mean, Luke Longley looks like Larry Bird versus Lou Amundsen. I'm dead serious. Literally. Offensively. Now, defensively, Lou does some good things, but he makes too many mistakes on the offensive side for us to stomach. I mean, there's a little bit. It's just one of those games where you stand up cussing at the TV, and way too many times when you don't mean to, but you can't help it because it's Portland, and they're just like every time we play them. Okay, and then I'm already getting into the game review way too early. I got to get to the previous ones first. We better get to those like about now. But we got on the Brandon Roy topic. You love Anthony Tolliver, don't you? Don't you wish he was here instead of Lou? Yeah.
I do miss him.
Yeah, I think he'd be better than Lou right now. It's just the height difference maybe, but still, he played a little center even though he's short. But he's physical enough.
Yeah.
So, yeah, probably with no further ado, we should slide into the Timberwolves' actual schedule the past couple of weeks here. Well, yeah, we lost to the Bulls in Chicago at the end of the last show.
Thank you, Noah.
Thank you, Joe Kim. Yep, that was Pekovic had a good stats, but bad defense down the stretch. Awfully similar to tonight. Timberwolves win in Dallas, and we're like, wow, we beat the Mavericks. Yeah, no Dirk Nowitzki, but still, there's no Kevin Love. Hello, It's like you think that might be a factor. And, of course, no Rubio. And Malcolm Lee starts because Brandon Roy did not play. That was Brandon Roy's, Brandon Roy had already been out of the picture at that point. The likes of Andrei Kirilenko playing his MVP self in that game. He was the MVP. Kirilenko, Shved, and Cunningham. Just awesome that game. Timberwolves win, 90-82, by the way. I'll mention that score. I didn't even say it. Tuesday, November the 13th, by the way. Yeah, it was, Monday, November the 16th. Sorry about that. Anyhow, Wolves win a thriller in Dallas. That was a fun game and made us feel like, wow, this team just keeps winning.
Yeah, I thought we were going to lose that game.
Yeah, it was.
We had way too many guys sitting out.
Yeah, and then we win. Like, okay, I guess so.
Yeah, they also didn't have Marion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're in the same boat. Too many people out. Marion's out. Obviously, with us, it's like 100 people. No Berea, no nothing. Will Conroy with his last game with the Wolves. That's right. Before Josh Howard came in. Yeah. It was a fun night, though. It was. The Wolves relied on their defense in a big way because Dallas is usually going to get like 90 plus to 100. Even without Dirk, they're still going to score a little bit. The guys like O.J. Mayo, Darren Collison was very good for his standards. Mayo a little bit too trigger happy. Chris Kaman struggled big time. Vince Carter had an awful game for his standards as well. Wolves' defense was outstanding in this game. Courtney Lee's first start, not the most exciting thing you ever saw, but the likes of Pekovic. Pekovic scored pretty well in the game, obviously, as well, with a 20-point effort, but the gaping hole there is the rebounding for Pekovic. He rebounded tonight, actually, fairly well. Actually, that was the one thing I liked, but for the most part, Pekovic, on average, only about 6 or 7 a game, which I still can't understand.
Yeah, don't let the box score fool you for tonight's game.
Yeah, it was a nice box score, but, man, the guy, yeah. Mm-hmm. Very, very frustrating. Mm-hmm. What's that?
I was just saying, when you're that big, you should use that to your advantage. And if you can at least jump up to the rim and dunk it, you should. That's about the theme of this team right now. Just dunk the damn ball, please. Just dunk it. Just dunk the ball. There's. It really hit me once I saw Mullins dunking over us. Yeah, because he doesn't reflect. He doesn't give you the reflection of a major athlete out there. Yeah. He really doesn't. You don't need to jump out the gym. If you can dunk it, you're that big. Do it. Yeah, but he doesn't give you the vibe of a guy who can jump out of a gym and just slam that thing in there. He really doesn't. But he can dunk. But he can, and that's all you have to do.
That's all you have to do is just dunk it, and the Wolves players don't do it. It's like against their religion or something. I don't know what it is. I really don't know. And you got Alexei Shved, by the way, in the Dallas game. No, we got to be back on track here temporarily. Alexei Shved, at the time, showing more and more value. His shooting is not that great, but his penetration has been good, or at least at this point was good. The last two nights, not as much. But, he got to the line, made some clutch free throws down the stretch. He even blocked 3 shots in the game against Dallas. That was pretty awesome. Derek Williams, minimal playing time, despite the fact he started. Because guys like Cunningham outplayed the crap out of him, and he still is. Yeah, Cunningham has beaten Derek Williams out of a job, by the way, just so you guys know, and that's kind of sad, but Cunningham is a wonderful player. Derek Williams is right now a bust. But guys like that, obviously a huge factor in the Dallas game. There's no doubt about it. The defense, the blocking shots, the aggressive style of Cunningham, and believe it or not, Shved in this game really made a difference. Of course, Kirilenko as well. Very, very fun night for the Timberwolves. But that was the last win. That was the last win, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the last win for the Timberwolves, as this is when we really saw the holes coming to a head against the Charlotte Bobcats, Wednesday the 14th. Yeah, this team does have too many injuries, don't they?
Yeah, as soon as we reached the Bobcats, I'm thinking we kind of got lucky we beat Dallas, but due to their injuries.
Yeah. I
was worried about this game.
Hard not to be. It was, and Kirilenko played phenomenal. That was almost like a borderline career night in a way, but he did turn the ball over a lot, as did the whole team. It was turnover centric. Guys like Shved, Kirilenko. This is when the Wolves, everything started a down spiral at this point.
Yeah.
And you got a guy like Luke Ridnour, and you look at his box score. 10 assists, 0 turnovers, 16 points. But I'm telling you, you have to look closer at that box score. The 1 of 6 from 3 and the 6 of 16 field goal range, there's more to that than there is to the 10 assists. I'm telling you, folks. Now, Ridnour is not completely worthless, obviously. We know that. He deserves some playing time in this league, and he's capable of putting up nice stats on occasion, but a lot of his game skills in clutch moments can lead an NBA fan to insanity.
Yeah, that game was just bad for a lot of players.
A lot. Malcolm Lee couldn't make a shot for his life, yet he still managed to get 10 points. I have no idea how. I have no idea, honestly. Actually, he did have that. I think that was the game he had that awesome dunk, though.
Yeah.
That's the one good part about Lee lately. We're seeing something that nobody on this team does, actually. Drive through defenders and dunk on defenders. And Malcolm Lee did it in this game, and he did it actually tonight against Portland as well. But other than that, Malcolm Lee's he makes a lot of mistakes, I think. He was very trigger-happy from three-point range and wasn't really close on any of them. Honestly, he didn't turn the ball over in the game, but field goal percentage, just shots weren't going in.
Yeah.
Just plain and simple. Like veteran coaches would say, well, the shots weren't going in. That's why we lost. And Charlotte's defense is awfully good. I think Mike Dunlop is a good coach, actually. Michael Jordan looks a lot better right now than he did a year ago. Oh, my God. About 100 times better, doesn't he?
Yeah.
The coach he hired is this guy can coach. I don't know a whole lot about him, but he looks good. Here's your guy, Byron Mullins, right there.
Like an all-star out there. Yeah, we didn't have a Peck this game.
That's another thing. Yeah, Peck turned his ankle against Dallas, so, no Pekovic. And, the guy that started at center that night, there's a reason why he didn't play tonight, and it's because of games like this. Ay.
6. 1 of 4 from the free throw line.
From the free throw line, folks, yeah. He got 2 blocks, but he was blocked 3 times.
Yeah, no turnovers.
Hey,
actually, 3 turnovers.
Excuse me. Yeah. Excuse me. Pardon us about that. Yeah, the guy just doesn't. The guy has no aggressiveness whatsoever. I don't get it. Like, can't you be a little more aggressive than that? I mean, and I understand some guys just aren't as aggressive as others, and that's going to happen. But I mean, there was nothing there. He just doesn't look confident at all.
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't. And again, sorry, I don't need to be stomping on people out there. Or not people. I don't mean to be stomping negativity into your ears right now, ladies and gentlemen. But this was a disappointing stretch of games, though. I mean, we have to be honest, right? I mean, is there any doubt?
And these were games that we were thinking, hey, this is time for Williams to show what he can do as a starter, and he just is not taking advantage of it.
Mm-hmm.
I think he lost that opening.
Mm-hmm. The door was open. That door was open wide, really wide for him.
And I even think I don't know. I'm not gonna get into conspiracies or anything like that, but I don't know if Love was even that injured.
Whoa! Look at you. Look at this guy. Yeah, you do wonder about him coming back early like that.
It could have been, he could have been injured, but he could have came back. It was kind of let's see what Williams can do here.
Mm-hmm.
He just didn't take advantage of it.
We will no longer tolerate it.
It would have been mainly for let's get a stock up for a trade.
And now it's like flat sit him. Yeah,
because Cunningham is so good. It's kind of like, okay, we don't need you. This is to get your stock up, see what we can get, fill a couple holes.
Yeah, or even one. Yeah, just one at that one position, and we still haven't talked about.
Now.
We still haven't talked about that guy yet. Let's just say he has the same last name as the guy that's been starting at shooting guard the last week. He has the same last name. Just yeah. Well, you guys fill it in the blank a little bit there. We're getting there. We're gonna kind of randomly bring that one in because that's what we're all about, being random, right? But no, this Charlotte game, it's like the Wolves were getting pounded the whole time. They made a nice, furious comeback in that fourth quarter. I actually thought we were going to win. I mean, did you?
That fourth quarter, it was like both teams were trying to lose.
There's too many mistakes.
Charlotte wanted to lose. We're kind of like, okay, I guess we'll try to win this. Mm-hmm. That didn't work. And the last play, I saw that coming. Because their point guards were just, they were just scoring at will.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we had so many chances to win this game. It was unbelievable. And guys like Steamsma, wide open shots, just, he's like maybe 5 feet away. And the second he lets go of the ball, it's like, oh my, what? Oh, come on. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't even close. It hit the rim. Yeah, right. Yeah, it hit the rim. But, I mean, when you're 5 feet away and it hits like the outer edge of the rim, like way outer edge of the rim, come on,
Yeah, both he and Lou just weren't scoring at all for us.
Oh, Lou, I can't even. Yeah, Lou Ammons, just look how many minutes he played in that game. It's just, I can't stand it. It made me suffer. I mean,
but Steamsma at 1 point.
Yep, and Lou
was at 1 of 4 from the line.
Yes, sir. He did get his 7 rebounds, but whatever. They were like, well, okay, he got his rebounds. Only one of them was offensive rebound. Now, Lou can get an offensive rebound once in a while, but I don't think there is a big man on this roster. Now, I'm saying center. Cunningham, I don't even necessarily consider Cunningham a big man. He's just a forward. You know what I mean? Yeah. But there ain't a big man on this roster that can hold on to that basketball in traffic. Not one. If there is even a slight bit of traffic, the ball's bouncing. And that's not good. Ball is bouncing without Steensma's hand on it, without Lou's hand on it, or without Nikola's hand on it either. Nikola Pekovic. I mean, these guys struggle with the ball. And I understand the bigger guys aren't, Tim Hardaway in his prime, or anything. It's just a fact. I understand that. But they are terrible in traffic, man. And it's a bummer, because if they were better in traffic, we'd be better off, especially Pekovic, because he's going to get the minutes. Steamsman's not going to get the minutes. Lou Amundsen, He'll block a shot here and there, and he can be aggressive on a putback on occasion.
Yeah.
Very rarely, or a wide open dunk. But, oh man, the guy is just like, he makes a lot of mistakes. Or he just doesn't hang on to the ball. That's probably the biggest key. He just doesn't hang on to it. Yeah. And Stevesma looks like Stevesma doesn't have any confidence. He just doesn't give you that vibe.
Yeah, the last game he was in, he looked like the Candyman out there.
Oh.
Just didn't care, was making dumb fouls. Didn't put his hands up. Supposedly he's supposed to be one of the best shot blockers ever be in the NBA. But
yeah,
he was playing weak.
He's too soft. For a guy who's supposed to be like aggressive defender, he's too soft. I mean, he needs a Kevin Garnett screaming in his ear because it worked. Whatever Garnett said to him, it worked.
Yeah. And
we don't have that right now. I mean, Kirilenko, I think Kirilenko can be that guy very easily. Because, I mean, even Kevin Love tonight. I saw that respect from Love to Kirilenko. When Kirilenko was giving him pointers about something, we don't know what, obviously. But Kevin Love, there's a look in his eye, we're like, oh, that's kind of cool to see.
Yeah.
But, I don't know, whatever it is, somebody's not getting to Steamsma just yet. Maybe it can still happen, but...
Yeah, but we all knew that Steamsma was just a product of Garnett, like you said.
Yeah, pretty much.
Which, and that's where the other hole is that needs to be filled with a better talent center. Yeah,
we need that. We need it badly, especially defensively.
And even with Peck. Peck is, I don't know. I'm just getting frustrated with him.
Mm-hmm.
He's not using his size at all.
I am too. Yep, he's not using his size. Oh, it's tough. Yep, and we'll get deeper into that with tonight's game, especially. But yeah, it's the baby hook, ladies and gentlemen. It's a lot. It just seems like an obsession with big men lately. Like, you have all these up and under moves, these post moves. Screw that. We're just going to do the baby hook, and that's it.
Yeah.
We're not going to dunk. We're not going to do a post up. We're not going to do the up and under. Baby hook. Nope. That's all we're going to do from now on. Because, damn it, I'm underpaid. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know what it is. If that's what it is. Really? Is that all you want to do? Are you that scared, or are you that lazy, or what is it? I don't understand. It mystifies me to no end. You have post-up moves that at work, and you don't use them. You have a body that's big, and you don't use it, right? I don't get it.
I don't either.
But yeah, that's a rant we were saying all night tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So to close the Sacramento, what am I talking? I'm just BSing. The Charlotte game, might as well be Sacramento. But the Charlotte game, Kemba Walker, he did a Michael Jordan on Alexei Shved. After there was multiple mistakes down the stretch, I believe Steamsma was fouled and he missed him. And that was like, screw it. Yeah, he missed both of them, remember?
Yeah.
Steamsma got an offensive rebound after some horrible miss by, I don't know if it was Ridnow or Shved. He got the offensive rebound, and they fouled him because they're like, there we go. He's not going to make both. He misses both. Charlotte comes down the court with Kemba Walker. Lexi Shved's on him. He does a crossover dribble and a step back. Shved's going forward because the crossover was done perfectly. And up it went, and in it went. With like 0.7 seconds left, and it's like, oh. So this just in, Kemba Walker, despite the fact he was a bit sloppy with the ball, as both teams were in this game, despite that, he is a very damn good player. Breaking news. I like Kemba Walker.
Yeah, he's a good player. Very good.
Mm-hmm. I like Kemba Walker an awful lot. They have a chance to be something, and Charlotte has a chance to be one of those little sleeper teams. In fact, I kind of wish I picked them to be a surprise team because they look like they're the ones early on. It'd be like what Indiana was last year, and maybe not everybody thought they were going to be like a playoff team or a 500 plus team, but Charlotte's looking like that club right now. So now we head into the Golden State game. And the trend begins. This is a 3-game trend that began here, where the Wolves look awfully strong early on, and for an extended period of time, and the sucker snowballed big time down the stretch. And ladies and gentlemen, this is Derek Williams' last game as a starter, and he looked like it, actually, for once. He had an awesome first quarter, a solid second quarter, and the third and fourth were okay. 23-point effort. 8 of 16, 37 minutes. Not bad, But he just left. Shots. And he did get 4 blocks. Yeah, that's awesome. Kirilenko did the same thing.
Perfect from line.
Yeah, 6 of, yeah. It was a fun game to watch, but, no, it wasn't. The first half was.
See, the whole key is you cut them off when the stock is high.
Yeah, that would have been nice. Instead of burying him at the end of the bench.
Yeah, see. But, I don't know.
I don't know what to think.
That game was, again, our center position.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the center just was non-existent.
Yeah.
Lou can't play, and Steamsma, for some reason, doesn't have any confidence, I guess. He just doesn't. Maybe he just can't play either, I guess. Malcolm Lee played almost 19 minutes and did a whole lot of nothing, which drove me crazy. I want to like him, but, clearly he's not a guy you can count on, in the grand scheme of things. Shved was awesome for the most part, but he was a little trigger happy in this game. Just a little bit, and that hurt us down the stretch. Yeah. He was trying to get us back in the game, or to get us to help keep up with the trending Warriors, but it just didn't work out. Josh Howard debuted, by the way, in this game. Can't believe it. I didn't even really realize he shot 10 times in the game. Looked spry and everything, just a little rusty. Got a couple steals in the game, but obviously a worthwhile addition, I think. I mean, there's no doubt. Kirilenko got to rest a little bit and played great. There's no doubt, right? Kirilenko's kind of a Russian Garnett in a way, without as much of a scoring. He's, yeah. It's about what he's like a Russian Garnett, defensive guy who doesn't shoot that much. Yeah. Who gets what they call the oddball numbers.
Actually, I think he's the Russian, I guess you could say Batum or Gerald Wallace.
Yeah, Russian Gerald Wallace. That's perfect. I like that a lot. Yeah, that's more what he is.
Actually, I would say more for Batum right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Batum, really? Does Batum get the steals?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does. Okay. I'm just kidding. Yeah, he does. He does. Yeah, he's playing for his next contract, apparently. At least he'd like us to believe that. And, neither one of us dislike Shved. We just, after this game, he kind of hit a wall just a little bit. The last 2 games, he kind of went from this guy who's scoring 20 points off the bench to a guy that's struggling. This was a fun game in the first half, like I said, but as time wore on, it's just... one key stat, though, obviously, we have to mention this because this is why we like Cunningham so much. I mean, you look at his box score in this game, and this is what we see pretty much every single game he plays. Every single game. In about 20 to 25, 28 minutes, he'll get 14 points, 6 rebounds, and have over 50% shooting. I mean, the guy is...
Low turnovers.
In fact, none in that particular game, but yeah. And the guy will get a steal or a block or both or more than one. I mean, we love Dante Cunningham, don't we?
Yeah.
Oh, my God, we love him. God, we love him. Oh, we love Dante Cunningham. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I mean, one key that I remember I was talking to you off air about at the time, during this game, after the game, there's a this is just something that I think it's a trend with the Wolves also this year, and it's gonna continue, I think, unless there's a couple changes along the way. I think Josh Howard's one of them. That's an improvement, but I mean, I'm not saying, I'm just saying, you look at the way the Golden State Warriors are built and the way the Timberwolves are built, you get guys that are just huge, muscular guys out there with the Warriors, and you look at the Wolves, no. You know, you look at Sveds versus Harrison Barnes, stuff like that.
Yeah.
The muscle mass difference in the shoulders, arms, legs, everything. I mean, I got to think that's part of the reason we're not winning games because they're just tougher than us.
Even Curry looks huge compared to Ridnour.
That sounds funny, yeah, because Ridnour is not a big guy at all.
Yeah, we just can't. We're just not.
They're just bigger, stronger, better athletes right now, and it's not good. You know, that's my frustration. Harrison Barnes just powered his way to the basket. This guy's a rookie, by the way, and he's big.
Yeah.
Like, he's built, you know, literally. David Lee got about his offensive rebounds killed us down the stretch also. Carl Landry's big and muscular. Jared Jack's muscular. I mean, it's just all of them. The only one who isn't that big is Thompson, Klay Thompson, but still he did. Yeah.
Yeah, and everybody in those positions are just over, especially Luke.
Mm-hmm.
It's there's other teams' guards, especially if they're scoring guards, they can just score whenever they want to.
Mm-hmm.
Take that first step, and Luke's behind them.
Yeah, that's it. That's
either
pretty
watching or fouling.
That's pretty much been the trend along the way. I mean, and another thing that's been showing up now is the third quarter. Yeah, like I was saying, the past couple of games here, is that 3 games in a row, the Wolves do pretty good early on in the third quarter. Just like a couple of years ago, it's that evil third quarter. It's Golden State outscoring the Wolves 29-19 in that quarter. Yuck. Just an absolute destruction. 106-98 was the final, by the way. This was it was Friday the 16th, just to mention the date, by the way. 106-98, Minnesota just, out-hustled and outmanned by the Warriors in a big way. Now, we understand injuries are a big reason we didn't win the game because there's just not enough pieces. There's just not enough pieces on the Wolves versus, a healthier team in Golden State. I mean, I know that's a big key, and I got a mention on Twitter about that. This was during the Charlotte game when I was whining and bitching. Mentioned real quick. Brian Wright was saying, what did you guys expect with 6 of their top 7 injured? And, yeah, I know. I just was frustrated. And I'll give a shout-out now to the Rip City Bad Boys podcast. Yep. Yep, Tristan Mayer talking about when I was talking about Damian Lillard. Yeah, we're going to get more into that later. So, I'll get back to Tristan Mayer there. And Keelan King of the Rip City Bad Boys was making fun of me a little bit, having fun, teasing me about how I was bitching and moaning and screaming and whining about the games against like Charlotte, Golden State and stuff, calling the defense abominable and all that abomination, because it was an abomination, damn it. But no, I understand the Wolves' record was pretty good for their injuries, yes. And yeah, that's why I kind of stayed away from Twitter tonight, because I was getting too mad, so I didn't want to say too much and then look like a goofball. That's partially why I stayed away from Twitter tonight for the most part, watching the Portland game. Twitter.com/Wolves Explosion or @Wolves Explosion. And what's your Twitter, Forecaster? What's your Twitter?
@ForecasterTE.
Say it again.
@ForecasterTE for Timberwolves Explosion.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That is the one. And, of course, there's no underscore or anything on either one of ours, so it's all one word type of deal. 2 words turned into one type of thing. So, yeah, there you go. Thanks again. Do give us a follow if you could. We would appreciate it. I'm the one that does the Wolves Explosion one. Marcus does the Forecaster TE one, so no confusion there necessary, right? No confusion, yes. Vince Germano talking about the Bobcats coach, Dunlap coached in our No Ballers League. So he actually coached there, is what Vince is saying. Interesting. So Dunlap did coach there. Very cool. Huh.
Okay.
That's good. He puts useless information. I think that's useful information, actually. Very cool. Huh. So, yeah, that would be the NBL in Australia. There was a little bit going on between Marcus and Vince there. That was kind of cool. Brent Veal, yes, sir, Brent Veal, Mr. Train of that basketball show at Mr. Train and at Pumpa 5, that basketball show, spectacular, fun, awesome. Oh, yes. Do give that a listen. He says, looking forward to talking to you guys when Rubio and Love are back. Good thing about the injuries is your depth improves. For a while there, yes, until the center positions reared its ugly head.
Yeah, I
and
really
shooting
don't
guard.
know. With Love back, it's I kind of got a feeling like I don't know if it's Love and Berea.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of feels like we've gotten a little worse. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
But it just feels like things aren't flowing like they were when they're injured.
Isn't that strange? Yeah, it doesn't look as good right now.
Peck's not playing well. I don't know if the injury is still lingering, but I don't know. It just doesn't really feel like I don't think our chemistry is together yet with Love and Berea back.
Not yet. Yeah, I mean something's amiss right now. Brent continuing saying, or Mr. Train saying, still, or V Train, still bloody fun to watch the Wolves though. Surprisingly, Shved's growth is great to watch, and AK-47 is just incredibly good. I mean, I agree with that statement there.
Yeah.
I mean, Shved hitting a wall right now, but but it's just one of those things. Vince saying that Dunlop did coach 1 year and made the championship game but lost. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of we're basically agreeing Dunlop is going to have a pretty solid career there. Vince saying when I was saying I really don't like Williams, and I was saying that during the Charlotte game. That's the game. I mean, I ended up liking him in the Golden State game for the most part. Vince continuing that one saying, gathered you didn't when you called him an SOB. Gotta like that, huh? You gotta like it. Yep, Jake Severson, who also listens to Purple Mafia. Thank you for that, Jake, a multi-show listener. Do appreciate it. By the way, Purple Mafia is a Minnesota Vikings podcast that I do as well. If you would like to check it out on thesportstuff.com and on iTunes. He says, a team that has a legit chance to win every time they step out on the court to win, and a definite playoff team. And, because I was saying how, man, this team needs to get healthy. Imagine what it can be. That's especially if Rubio's on there. That would be pretty nice. Vince posting an interview with Johnny Flynn on the Facebook page. Yeah, he sounds like he's growing up a little bit, realizing the more urgency that he needs to get his career in, or Johnny Flynn, that is. Yeah, it's Jake Severinson saying, I love the additions of AK-47, Cunningham, Steemsma, and Shved, and I like the risk of Roy, but don't see that working. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Exactly.
And it didn't.
And it didn't, apparently. Very apparently. Oh, yep, here we go. It's a big one right here that you would agree with. You want to read it, or should I?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he said, I mean, you suck when Byron Mullins is better than you.
Yeah.
That sums up a lot of what this show has been about today, hasn't it? A lot. We've really been going through a lot with that center / power forward in a lot of ways. Jay continuing saying, Buttinger, too, he was a good pickup. I would love to see that team at full strength. T-Wolves would be exciting, yeah. Yep, very much so. Some more random deals here. Vince tweeting a lot and during the games. He says, we got another one from, where is it? He says, I really wanted Beasley playing with Kobe, and Powell would help him break out. Where he was talking to both of us about how we thought Beasley was going to go to the Lakers, and it just didn't happen that way. So, again, we don't know really what took place there, other than I guess they just couldn't come to an agreement of some sorts. Vince continuing saying Josh Howard, handy coverage for Buttinger.
Yeah.
Yeah. There any doubt there?
No.
Mm-hmm. Tom Reed. Yep, so one more shout-out coming out here. Tom Reed of Believe the Hype. That's right, Believe the Hype. Thank you, Tom Reed. He was tweeting to Robert Trims, if you're listening, who was works with the Timberwolves. Yes, sir. He was tweeting to Robert Trims saying, "Do you listen to Wolves Explosion podcast? It's a must for all T-Wolves fans." So thank you for that, Tom Reed. And yes, we do recommend Believe the Hype. Very, very good show indeed. Do check it out.
And what he said is true. We are a must.
Yes, we are a must. We are a must listen. Yes, sir. Very, very cool. No, Robert Trims, I was talking to the wrong one there. That's actually Jeff Municky, that works for the Wolves. Robert Trims is a Australian fan who likes a lot of, who is a big Wolves fans. He says, when I get the time, so many great blogs and sites dedicated to the Wolves. Our fans are really knowledgeable. It's actually Municky. Jeff Municky said he just downloaded our show. Yes, sir. He works with the Wolves. So excuse me for that little gaff there. I'm good at that tonight for some reason. Tom Reed saying enjoy it. Jeff will do, says Jeff. Drive-in hoop pods are the way to go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I agree. Thank you. Yep, and Pumpa jumps in saying, "Hey boys, just saw the Malcolm Lee dunk on Thomas. Wow, Kemba Walker was nice. Game winner was nice." Yeah, that dunk on Thomas though by Lee, that was good.
Yeah, that was nice.
That was on Tyrus Thomas, of course, double T. Wow. Yeah, that was really good. And that was like finally somebody's driving and dunking. It actually exists. Can you believe it? Yep, and we did play the Warriors, and yes, Pumpa, you won in a big way. Oh my God, you won. We were doing good, but you won. Yeah. Howlin' T-Wolf and Jarek James also, both of them, obviously Howlin' T-Wolf. The one that's at Howlin' T-Wolf is Jonah. And then Derek James also writes articles on their wonderful website. There's a link to us on their website as well. We're affiliated with them. HowlinTWolf.com. Get some nice articles on there. They keep up with the Wolves very, very well, and they have some nice writers on there. Highly recommended, of course. Absolutely need to mention that site on these shows because they're nice enough to work with us as well. Keep us on their page. Thank you again, Howlin' T-Wolf. And Howlin' T-Wolf tweeting to me at one point saying, "Let's see how well they can sustain it, especially on D-Wolf's shaky offensive game." I believe this was during the Golden State game. Yes, it was. He says, "That was a lot of fun, very refreshing versus the last game." It was fun for a little while. Yep. Derek James jumping in saying, "That's good to hear. It'll be nice to have a 10-man bench again when we brought in Josh Howard, of course. That was nice." Couple more here, then we can wrap up the Twitter. He says, John Flesta, what was we talking about? He said he's paging Dante Cunningham. I say, I hear you. Cunningham is a godsend. He says, I agree. I like guys that consistently perform, but know their limitations. Yeah. Always feel like a positive contribution.
That's all I was saying about him during that tonight's game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he knows his limitations. He's not going to try to back a guy down, go for the baby hook.
Mm-hmm. That's the difference between Cunningham and a lot of other members in this roster. But he also is confident enough, too.
Williams.
Yeah, Williams. He tries to do too much, and he's not good at it.
Like dribbling.
Huh?
Like dribbling.
Yeah, that's a problem, huh? Oh, my God, that's a problem. So, yes, Tristan Mayer, when I talked about Damian Lillard, yep, and then he was nice enough to mention us on their show. Yep, and we'll get more and more into him when we get to the Portland thing. We're almost there. Sorry, guys, if it's... Hopefully you're enjoying us. I was telling him how Lillard is going to be the franchise for them very soon. He says, so do I. I wasn't expecting this much this soon. I thought it would be more of a progression. I'll take it. Oh, I would too. Damian Lillard shot over 50% tonight, and it felt like he shot 99% tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, did Damian Lillard miss tonight? Did he miss? Because I don't know if he did. It was just stupid. Yep, Head Hoop saying, and of course this is Pumpa who leads this, and there's a lot of followers in this Twitter, and lots of podcasting. It's like a podcasting community. Yes, sir, and we appreciate it. He's saying Joey and the Forecaster are a duo that could rival Yoda and Luke Skywalker. Wolves, he says that Timberwolves Explosion is an awesome podcast. So thank you very much. What do you think of that? What do you think of that comparison? Yoda and Luke Skywalker. Yep, he says you're the Yoda and I'm the Skywalker when he said on the show. Thank you for that, Papa. That was pretty cool. Do you like being the Yodas?
I don't know if I should be offended by that.
Whoa, why is that?
Little green guy.
You don't like little green guys? Oh, look at you. Do a Yoda. Come on, do it. Do a Yoda. No Yoda from the Forecaster. Dang it, no. But yep. He's a Yoda. I'm the screaming Luke Skywalker saying, "Oh, we gotta get them." Okay, sorry. Yep, little conversation there. Herf says, "What a great listen. You guys are entertaining. Thank you very much, Herfinator. Do appreciate that as well." And that should about wrap it up. Other than, here we go. Shigara saying, "Poor Darko. I just read an NBA article. So, yep, what happened to him with the family thing? Yeah. He had to leave the Celtics, unfortunately. That was a bummer.
Yeah.
So we do feel for him, even though, we were disappointed in him as a player here, but we wish him the best of luck with that one.
Yeah, his family, yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's just one of those things. So, yeah.
Like with Roy. It's like, well, if we gotta go, we gotta go.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Sometimes you're gonna have to step away, I guess, for family issues or personal health issues. It's just one of those things that happens.
Yeah.
Not much you can do. So we wish them the best, both Roy and, of course, Darko as well in that deal. I believe it was his mother, wasn't it? Something going on with his mother is very ill. So.
I heard a lot of things, but I just know his family. So, but on serious, if Darko would have stayed, he would have been a top 2 center.
Look at you. Look at you taking shots at him. Oh, Marcus. Oh, look at this guy. It's okay. Oh, man. So we'll close the Twitter. Thank you for the mentions, guys. We do appreciate, the shout-outs and all that. Very, very much appreciated. So now we slide into the Denver Nuggets game, and every time we play Denver or Portland, I get very high blood pressure because they're just... You know what the key of Portland and Denver is? They're always faster than us. They're always more athletic. They always jump higher, and they always win the hustle points, don't they?
Oh, hustle, especially with Fareed.
Every single...
I saw that coming.
Yep.
But I figured we can counter that with Cunningham.
Yeah. He's the only real true hustle guy we got. Again, another situation. Wells played really well in the first quarter, especially, and decent in the second. But and very well in the second, actually, too. But guess what? Guess what happened? What happened in the third quarter? Yeah, the same thing. Got beat by 10 points again.
Game, it wasn't just K. Love's return.
Yes, and it was K. Love's return, by the way. Yep.
But we also got Peck back and Berea.
Yeah, it was a line change, you could say.
Yeah.
And Peck wasn't that good. 10 points, 7 rebounds.
We didn't get scoring from any of our starting backcourt. Our backcourt just didn't
do diddly squat. And they have 31 minutes for Luke, 25 for Lee, and it was a combined 10 points. Yeah, woohoo.
And surprisingly, from Cunningham, he didn't score much, didn't get a lot of rebounds.
Yeah, for whatever reason, he just wasn't really involved, and it's got to, because of guys like Fareed, we're just kicking butt. Fareed killed us, like always. He only got 14 rebounds in the game. We also know one reason why.
Yeah.
We know another reason why Cunningham wasn't getting as many rebounds, right? Do you know why?
Oh, yeah, I know.
What is it?
With Love back, yeah.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get a lot of rebounds.
Yeah, we always think alike, don't we? Yeah, it's Love. No, we're not complaining, but at the same time, yeah, we know he takes rebounds away from
And with
people
Peck-
sometimes.
With Pekovic in there,
Yeah. He shot 50%, believe it or not, but it didn't feel like it. He's just not aggressive enough.
I mean,
No, none of them
I
are.
think they have JaVale.
Yeah, oh, and he didn't even play in the game. Yeah. Oh, wait, he did. Excuse me, I'm looking at the wrong guy. He did play, excuse me, but not much. Not much. He might as well have not played in the game.
Costa.
What's up with Kufos winning hustle points against, guys like Pekovic? Really? What?
He's taller. I mean, because I know Peck's, he's not that tall, and I saw that coming. I just knew they were gonna just. I don't like that game.
No, I didn't like it at all. You could just.
I don't like it. I mean, thankfully, McGee can't shoot, so that helped. But if he could,
Yeah.
I'm surprised he wasn't dunking over Peck the whole game.
Yeah, because Pekovic's defense, in that sense, is not that great. I mean, he's good at bodying up people at times.
Yeah.
But when it comes to, blocking a shot, it isn't going to happen very much. Once in a while. Kevin Love, for the record, had an unbelievable game. He did. Unbelievable. 34 point, 14 rebounds. He even got 2 steals in the game and blocked a shot. Incredible, considering how he came back early and played that well. When you think his conditioning can't be that great, missing a good month or so. More than a month, maybe 6 weeks, I think it was about. But he played phenomenally. We felt that this, Wolves are blowing out Denver. It's like, here we go, the shot in the arm, everything we needed. We even got Pekovic and Barea back, who didn't play. Neither one of them played particularly well. But it was like, hey, man, Love is back. Here we go. And we're kicking Denver's ass. That's a team we never beat.
Yeah.
But guess what? We still don't beat them, do we?
Yeah, it was. They didn't know that we were going to have Love, so they weren't prepared for that at first. But then
they woke up.
Watched the video, changed the game, started doubling Love because we weren't getting any scoring from Ridnour, Lee, Peck.
Nope.
Double Love, and that was the game.
And even Kirilenko, his offense was pretty limited in the game.
Yeah. Actually, I can't say that was game.
Huh?
Double Love. The officiating in that game was it was horrible.
Yeah, and we're not the types that like to blame the refs all the time, but it just wasn't that good.
Yeah, that's the worst. It's the worst I've seen since the Kings in Los Angeles.
Wow, that's funny.
Really,
Wow,
it was just horrible. It was like, man,
really, it's like the fouls and everything. Yeah, everything, and even this traveling call against Shved late in the game was pretty frustrating.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what's his name? Looked like he was going to cry practically. What's his name? Adelman. What's his name?
The play where Lee was going for the dunk and he got let's say he got blocked. He clearly got fouled.
Oh yeah,
on
that was seriously. Look at those 2 block attempts. Yeah, we should erase one of those, huh? Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of foolishness in the game, and it's you know what it is though. I swear, this is where these games look so bad with the officiating and stuff. And I agree that it's bullcrap, but at the same time, I'm telling you, it's the. I'm telling you, it's the hustle points. The teams that hustle more get more calls, and Denver and Portland out hustled the living crap out of the Timberwolves in these games. They did, especially in the second half. Yeah, Kirilenko was 2 of 7, as you're mentioning. Yeah, the lack of offense for Kirilenko in the game. It was strange.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's like, Love's back, so I guess I'm going to be, 4th option now.
Yeah.
Come on, don't do that.
That's what I'm saying. No. Since they came back, it's kind of...
Yeah,
it just doesn't feel...
the morale changed a little bit for some guys. Yeah, I mean, this is the kind of game we could have used your guy, couldn't we? Because, we better mention him because we've been holding off on it for too long because we're distracted.
Another thing, in that game, our backup centers just didn't.
Steve Weinhamen, they don't exist.
Yeah.
They don't exist. Like, it's just forget about it. Right? I mean, there's nothing there. Nothing. Zip. Steve Weinhamen said nothing. Zip. I mean, and against an aggressive team like Denver, when if that's the best you can do, forget about it. What they did in that game was 8 minutes combined of basically nothing. Or let's make it closer to 9 minutes, but whatever. Okay, but we've been holding off on this too long because we've been distracted with all the conversation.
We need a change.
Oh yeah,
definitely need a change.
We need a change, yes, and it's not Malcolm Lee, it's
Courtney.
It's Courtney Lee. And why are we talking about Courtney Lee? And yeah, we could use him against Portland. We'll get to that brief. We'll be back to the Portland game here in a second. Of course, Minnesota ultimately loses the Denver game 104-94 on the night before Thanksgiving. All through the house. Not a Timberwolves center was stirring. Okay, I don't have a rhyme for it, but not a Timberwolves center was rebounding. There we go. Not stirring, was rebounding. Yeah. Yuck. Anyhow, enough of my distractions. Courtney Bleepin Lee is not being used in Boston
at all,
and I should let you be doing I should let you have the floor
at
here.
All.
Yes. He's not been scoring. He's not been utilized in Boston at all. He's averaging about 5 points a game. He's a guy we wanted so badly. And he's a guy who's still, I think the Wolves could get in a big way. He's coming off the bench, averaging, like 19, 20 minutes a game.
No, less than that.
Really, yeah. Jason Terry's starting at shooting guard, which is kind of weird. Maybe that's why they're not winning too many games right now. Because he's a little small for the position. He can play it, but, yeah, whatever. Courtney Lee. I mean, we understand he's not, an all-star, but this team needs a shooting guard that can, they need a legit shooting guard. Courtney Lee, I still believe he is.
Yeah. And I know that, a lot of you wanted him to begin with.
Yeah, a lot of people did. Timberwolves need to. The most logical move here, I got to think, and I don't know if Boston's going to want to do it or not, but I got to think it's a possibility. Why not? Courtney Lee's not fitting in there right now, and I don't know if he's going to. You got Leandro Barbosa, you got your Avery Bradley, who's still in and out of things here and there. Then you do have Jet Terry. It seems like you like Jet Terry more than Courtney Lee, so you kind of play a strange lineup like that. You like him enough to have a guy starting that should be like your spark plug off the bench in Jet Terry, Jason Terry. And you have Courtney Lee just kind of be like I don't know, what would you call him, a ninth man, basically? Eighth or ninth man?
Especially when Bradley gets back.
Yeah. And you have Brandon Bass starting at power forward. Now, I don't think Brandon Bass is a bad player, but at all, actually. But why not take a flyer on a guy named Derek Williams?
No brainer.
Yeah, why not? Derek Williams is, not being used in Minnesota. Courtney Lee's not being used in Boston. Are we crazy, or are we making sense to people out there? What do you think?
I like it. A lot.
We like it, yeah.
Hey, they can even get us teams on the back. Just give us Fab Melo.
That would be. Hey,
he can go back to the old Steamsman.
And he isn't. Yeah, and Fab has not played a single game yet, believe it or not, which is kind of funny. The Brazil native Fab Melo has not played a game yet for the Boston Celtics.
Send him over.
I'm not sure if they'd be willing to do that, but maybe. Hey, maybe Garnett likes Steamsma so much, and Steamsma could go out there and kick some butt. Fab Miller at this point, I got to think, is as much of a crapshoot as other people, but like a Steamsma type. But who knows? They got Jason Collins, man. Yes. I don't even want to go there. Do you? No. Okay, but is it not logical to at least entertain the thought of Derek Williams or Courtney Lee? Now, some people might be like, Courtney Lee, what has he done in the league? But, Derek Williams, you know what I mean? And
Hey, I think we can toss in Lou. So they do have extra spot open because of Darko.
oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. So maybe I mean if
2
they
for 1.
if the, and yeah, I mean some people look at Derek Williams as if he's like you're lucky to get a second rounder for him right now. Some people actually look at him that negatively. So if you can wind up getting a guy who could start at shooting guard long term for this team, why not?
Yeah.
Why not? I mean, Brandon Roy, ladies and gentlemen, it will never be the starting shooting guard for this team. Yeah, he might start.
Starting or even playing.
Or even play. Yeah. Yeah, it's like those games he may have started at times and played 22 minutes. You know, that's not, you can't consider that guy as your solution at shooting guard.
Yeah. You never should have considered it in the first place.
No, never. And if you bring in Courtney Lee, that does not affect Alexei Shved nearly as much as people might want you to believe as well. You don't have to give Courtney Lee 40 minutes. Like, no one's saying that. Maybe 28, you know? What's that?
That was great.
Yeah, like, why not 28 from Courtney? 28 minutes from Courtney, give Shved 20-ish. I don't know. Why not, right? Joey, your math's all screwed up. Actually, yeah, it would be 20, 40, you know. Yeah, duh.
I think
48
Shved would be
minutes.
11 minutes, coming in at point guard.
Say that again?
Point guard. Shved.
Oh, yeah, and he can get some point guard, yeah, here and there. He gets lots of assists. He jumps a lot. But, yeah, Courtney Lee,
he's
yeah.
up with that.
So, yeah, Courtney Lee, he would have been a nice addition against... the Wolves could have used Courtney Lee tonight against Portland.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Wolves do head to Portland tonight. And, yes, Tristan Mayer, at Tristan Mayer. And, of course, the Rip City Bad Boys podcast. Yes, sir. Very, very, very worthwhile listen. Very, very good. Lots of energy, lots of passion, and very knowledgeable as well. Awesome show. Awesome show. Lots of respect out to the Rip City Bad Boys. Yes, sir.
Yeah, actually, I don't even know why a trade hasn't been done yet.
Who? What's that?
I don't know why
the Courtney Lee?
Courtney Lee hasn't been done yet. Yeah.
Why is that?
I mean, we need him.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, excuse me. You said you don't know why hasn't been done. I thought you said you know why it hasn't been done. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, they're talking to somebody supposedly. We don't know who it is. We don't know for who, but they're talking to somebody. Yeah.
I would get Peaches too.
Well, yeah. Look at you. Let's not get too greedy now. Well, because, I mean, you don't want to, like, completely kill Shved, do you? Look at you. No shooting guard for him?
No.
Look at you. You don't want to kill him, do you? So, I mean, I think you got to take one or the other, Pietrus or Lee. Yeah, if they just don't want to deal with, don't want to give us Lee, then fine. Well, I would consider Pietrus at that point, yeah. I would absolutely. Timberwolves tonight against the Portland Trailblazers. Lose 103-95. That was tonight, of course, the 23rd of... Friday, the 23rd of November. Happy Black Friday. Yeah, whatever.
No, I said Peaches, right?
Say again? Huh? Yeah. Say that again? What about Peaches?
I'll have Cunningham coming in for a center.
Look at you. Yeah, at this point, I mean, it's better than the other option.
Yeah.
So, yeah, tonight's game, Timberwolves looked good early on. It was like, yeah, but we just know what's going to happen, don't we? The third quarter sucked, of course. Another, 8. This one was only an 8-point differential instead of 10. Hey, there you go. But the fourth was a differential as well. Not as bad, but enough. It's just one of those games again. And you can just feel it.
Yeah, teams with decent backcourts.
That's the key of all keys. Yeah, they scored about 60 points tonight, and I'm not exaggerating. Make it 58. Yeah, 58 points by the Portland Trailblazers backcourt, ladies and gentlemen. Really? You just look at this and you just want to cry. You just want to weep. Whew. Really? They shot 23 of 34 tonight, ladies and gentlemen, the backcourt of the Blazers. The starting backcourt, by the way. Yeah. 9 of 14 from three-point range. 58 points. Yeah. 11 assists, 2 turnovers, 4 steals in the combination of Wesley Matthews, Damian Lillard. Did we get out hustled tonight, do you think? Do you think we got out hustled a little bit
Yeah.
the whole time? And the biggest key tonight, I gotta say, is Portland is a lot better off the ball than we are, aren't they?
Yeah.
I mean, way better off the ball. I mean, we bring the ball up the court, especially with Luke Ridnour, by the way. Right? We bring Luke Ridnour, Luke Ridnour brings the ball up the court. Guys are kind of slowly walking to their positions. Walking, slowly, right?
Yeah.
Portland brings the ball up. Guys are just, stepping, stutter stepping, moving around very quickly, lateral all over the place to their positions. Next thing you know, open three, boom. And it happened again, and again, and again, and again, right?
There's no defense.
Perimeter defense was bad. And also at the same time, though, when a Portland Trailblazer caught the ball, next thing you know, they're moving. A Timberwolf catches the ball, they start dribbling a little bit. And that's about it. But the guys on Portland, the first step immediately. It just seemed like they're quicker. They have more hustle. I don't know. I mean, the whole game. The whole game was like
horrible.
that. Yeah, Pekovic's stats were awesome, but yeah, describe it. Tell everybody how Peck looked tonight. Yeah,
Weak. Going for layups when he should dunk it.
the whole night he was like that. Yeah, he shot 4 of 13, so you can catch up with that. I mean, he got to the line a lot because of some of those. Yeah, he got 7 offensive rebounds tonight, which is nice. That's good. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
But in traffic, we talked about it earlier. In traffic, yeah, Lou Amundsen. I couldn't believe how many times. Was it Luke Ridnour and Berea, man? They targeted Lou Amundsen on like little breaks. How many times? And how many times did he score on those? Can we? Oh, that's right. He didn't score. The ball either bounced off his leg or something because he just doesn't. He's just not an offensive player at all. And Jim Pete made sure we knew that too. I'm glad he did. Jim Peterson. Those guys they're just terrible in traffic. Pekovic forcing up baby hook shots. One of them was like a fade. Who fades on a hook shot on a baby hook? Nobody, right? It's not going to go in. It was short because of that, and it's guaranteed. Guaranteed. This guy.
It was just a bad. Even Cunningham. I mean, he had hustle, but
Even he didn't have
he's just not an option anymore. I mean, everything across the board is just down for him. I mean, I know it's because Kevin Love's back, but
yeah. You're like, what the hell?
That was
Right?
just a bad game. It was just the backcourt. Lee and Ridnour.
Who? No, just kidding.
It's no defense. I mean, Lee, he's an okay defender. But if you're not getting any scoring from him, it's I don't know. It's just
He's like that shortstop you put in, for like if you're a baseball team, who's got a good glove, but he'll hit like 1 home run in like 400 games. That's kind of what Lee is. You know, he's one of those guys, and he bats like 190. That's bad. That's the kind of player he is. It's like, oh, but he's got a good glove.
yeah. We just didn't have an answer for Lillard and Matthews.
No, that was devastating. I mean, some of it was like, come on, how could they make all of them? I mean, they can't make all of them, but they did, and whatever, it was just
like a fool me twice.
Yeah,
Lillard made the same play
twice.
twice.
Yeah, it was a pick and roll kind of step back type play. It's kind of it was a pick and roll, but but it was a unique kind of like a corner 3 type of pick and roll. It was interesting. It worked very well.
And I wish that Luke would stop with the help defense.
That was brutal. I mean, it seemed like constantly you saw guys waving at the 3-point line or just standing there because, and it was Luke's guy. Yes, it was. And a lot of times it was Wes Matthews, but it was Lillard as well at times. I mean, they were wide open all the time. You're just Mm. You know when you scratch your eyes with your fingers like I'm doing right now, the whole game, like coaches like to do a lot too. That's what it was like the whole game. It was an eye scratcher.
I don't know what to say about Schmidt.
He had a rough game too, yeah.
It's like they couldn't put him in because his liability on defense, and the shots weren't going in.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, and it's a rookie wall, I'm sure. It's kind of an early, whatever. I mean, he's one of those hot and cold, unfortunately. I mean, I'm not majorly surprised because obviously physically he's not there.
Yeah.
And like I was saying all night too, I'm going to say it one more time, like the 19th time tonight. They were just faster constantly. They're moving around. They had energy, boy. I mean, every time they take a step, they move like X amount of feet, right? And the Wolves take a step, it's just it's just a little nonchalant like baby step when they're moving, on the court. So they were constantly open because of that, and we were just kind of, okay, I'll shoot it. It missed. Okay, I'll shoot it again. Nope. Yeah. And they were constantly like open by like 10 plus feet because they're moving quickly. Our guys were not moving quickly. That seemed to be kind of the biggest key of the game outside of the shots were just, it was the hoop is the size of the ocean, for Portland tonight. Yeah. And for us, it was the size of a penny. It just the hoop was very small tonight. We didn't even necessarily shoot like that bad, but we didn't shoot that good either. Like we shot 41. That's not very good. Portland, they shot 54%. 54, yeah. Yeah, we were 16% from 3. Portland was 44. Well, there you go. That's a pretty big key of the game. And obviously it's because they were open and we weren't, partially. Yeah, in a big way. Oh, yeah. Forecasts are a little quieter tonight because probably not feeling good about these games.
We definitely need to make some trades and have a better shot blocking center.
Mm-hmm. Well, you can tell when the forecaster's not feeling good about things. He gets pretty quiet. Oh, we need a shot blocking center, yeah. I couldn't believe how many times, yeah.
Yeah, because we can't continue going on with Lee as our starting shooting guard.
And isn't that sad to say? Because we liked him, but he's not, no, he's not. It's not going to work. And, because obviously something has to change because even if Rubio comes back, what are you going to do? Put Ridnour there? Well, he's okay, but as a shooting guard, he's better as a shooting guard than a point guard. No.
Well, he was on Matthews. Mm-hmm. Matthews was taking complete advantage of that.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yep.
So, I mean, it depends on which who we're playing against.
Mm-hmm.
And then Luke can get his shooting guard minutes, but I don't want him as shooting guard.
No, you don't want him to be like the starting shooting guard. That's for sure. No. Yeah, we need a legit starting shooting guard in the worst way. Roy, we wish you the best. We really do. I mean, for your own good, you probably have to step away. Yeah. Have to.
And our own good too.
Hmm. What's that?
It's our own good too.
Yeah, and our own good too, because we need to make a move, and we hope it happens now. I mean, it kind of has to. I can't imagine Love's exactly in a good mood right now. I can't imagine.
Oh yeah, you gotta get that bad blood out of here.
Yes, we do. You gotta get the bad blood out of here. In the worst way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Roy will get the hint. Like, I don't want to mess the team up.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I should retire now before Lakers gonna grab some guys you want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Roy does not. I don't think he wants a knee replacement. Sadly, it just might even lead to that. And at some point, just because he's only like 27, 28, and he's already at level 3, as they call it. Boy, oh boy! I mean, it might happen anyway. And If they're talking about possible knee replacements, just you got to go, man. And that's no disrespect. Obviously, it's for your sake. You really, obviously you're not on like playing. This isn't like the NBA Finals right now, where we're up 3-1, and maybe you want to be on the court for one last game and get that ring. Yeah. Then go ahead, go out there and go get them, buddy. Hit the couple threes and step away, put that size that ring up. It's just, but that's not the situation right now. It's just a team that's trying to be taken seriously, trying very hard to be taken seriously, and you're in a condition that, boy, you need to get healthy, or you need to avoid getting worse quickly, much worse quickly, because it didn't take long.
And he's not getting playing time.
Yeah, well, obviously. Oh, yeah. In the future, you mean? Yeah, if he came back.
He wouldn't give him. If he comes back, he's not getting playing time.
Mm-hmm. It would only be like 20 minutes if he would. Yeah,
probably. See, Edelman's not playing.
They'd be too scared to play him probably because of his health. Yeah. And obviously, Air Bud's out for a long time.
Yeah, because see, Edelman values defense.
Imagine
if Roy, even before the injury, if he was going against Matthews.
Oh God!
The same result.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it would be the same result because it's just he can't keep up. He's too slow now because of obvious reasons. You can't move laterally when you have no transmission, we'll call it. You just can't. Yeah, Portland was moving laterally tonight, boy. Oh. You talk about lateral. Whew.
We need you, Courtney.
Yes, Courtney Lee.
We need him.
We definitely do need Courtney Lee. Yeah, I agree.
Or Petrus.
Or somebody. We need a shooting guard now. There's no doubt. They can't continue on this current. No, and they won't. We know they won't. We just hope that the right solution comes in this time. So,
do we need Kenyon?
Kenyon Martin's another option, I think, for if you get rid of Lou Amundsen, which I would do in 5 seconds. Immediately.
Toss in with Williams for Lee.
Mm-hmm.
2 for 1.
Yeah, if you get rid of Williams and somebody else, you could do that potentially. You could. That would be nice. And I've never liked Kenyon Martin, but that's because he was on the Denver Nuggets, and they were always very aggressive and very physical, and they were very why not be very aggressive? That'd be okay. Yeah. I'd like him as if he was on our team, I guess.
Yeah.
Like if Kenneth Faried was on the Wolves, that'd be a godsend, man. I'm telling you, a guy like that is exactly what the Wolves need right now.
Yes.
A mean, aggressive SOB, power forward, center, whatever. We need it like we need to breathe. Pekovic could be the meanest, toughest guy in the world, but he's just he isn't playing that way right now for whatever reason. The numbers look like he is, but no. Too much JB Hook and less dunking. So please dunk the damn ball. Yeah, there were other NBA topics we were looking to get into, but for the sake of time, I got to think, and also because this was just there was so much to talk about regarding the Wolves tonight that I think we're gonna leave it as is. How do you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was so much to talk about Wolves related tonight. We're just sticking to our club. We're worrying about our borders tonight. Yes.
And hopefully, when you hear from us again, there'll be a couple trades made.
Mm-hmm. Or just some type of transaction. Yeah.
Yeah.
Signing,
something
trade.
has to be done. I don't think we're gonna let this team stay the way it is.
Yeah, because we'll be in trouble.
There's too many weaknesses.
Mm-hmm.
That just got completely taken advantage of tonight.
Yeah, and it's like we know people are hurt, but we're not as hurt as we were, And yeah, obviously, and also when you're hurt so bad that you have like a third string guy in there, you need to make a move. We're not panicking because oh no, we lost 4 games in a row. We're not panicking, but we're serious about the situation because we're going to keep losing with third string guys starting or getting major minutes. And guys like Steamsma not playing that well. Yeah. So, obviously, shooting guard is number 1. Center is 1A.
Yeah.
Backup center. Pekovic is still a starter, we'll say, but I don't know. Is it Jack Stigma Jack Sigma, you got to get to Pekovic to get back to that posting, post-ups, because I know Jack Sigma's his main guy, the Wolves' assistants. He's the guy that's really been teaching Pekovic a lot of the game and helped him improve. Jack, get Pekovic to dunk the damn ball.
Yeah.
And if he can't, he can't, I guess. Whatever, right? I don't know. I mean, it's all about playing better in traffic. I don't know if he needs to watch 90 million hours of film to get better at it, but I guess do what you have to do to get better in traffic. You know? That's the biggest problem with their big men, and obviously shooting guard and defense is terrible.
Yeah.
Yep, and point guard, Luke. Yep, there's no Luke Skywalker and Luke Ridenour. Nope. There is no Luke Skywalker and Yoda at the shooting guard and point guard positions for the Wolves. No.
Yeah, Luke had 14 points. But
yeah, he did.
Again,
Yes.
on the other end of the spectrum.
He gave up 30.
Defense, so
He gave up 30. Or was it 28? It was 30. Yes,
30.
sir. Yes. He gave up 30. Well, because I believe, he was on
Both.
Wesley Matthews.
Yeah, both.
He was on both here and there, yeah. They took advantage of it just a little bit. Not too much, though, only a little. Oh, well, I'm sorry it's so negative, and we're, down in the dumps, but it's just the team looked good, and we understand there were lots of injuries, and what did we expect? Damn it, stop complaining, blah, blah, blah. I know, but when we know there are options to improve this team, why not take them? That's all.
Yeah, we're not saying that we need to trade, we don't need to make a trade for a point guard spot. But shooting guard,
it needs to get done.
Yeah.
That just has to get done.
Backup center.
Because Buttinger's out until God knows when.
Yeah.
Roy's not a shooting. Roy's not going to get somebody to be taken seriously as an NBA player right now, and I'm not sure Steensma is either.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure Lou is not. No, so that's why. That's why we're saying moves need to be made if possible.
Yeah.
We're not saying blow it up. Hell no. We're saying tweak it. That's what we need to do. We need to make a significant tweak at shooting guard. Yeah. Yep. Pietrus, Courtney Lee, Kobe, whoever. We'll take them. We'll take an improvement if it can be done. Thank you very much. Yes, sir. So I think we can close with that. You sound good with that?
Yeah.
So yes, go to thesportstuff.com. Do check it out. Thesportstuff.com. Other shows on there like The Crossover, New York Knicks, Brooklyn Nets, Rusty and PMAC, very good hosts as well. Do check that out on thesportstuff.com and on iTunes. And of course, where am I going? Yeah. And of course, hey, if you ever like to call in, 209-736-7877, 209-736-7877. It is a voicemail. Do treat it as such. Mention what show you're calling into, which is Timberwolves Explosion. And there you go. Shout out, comment, question. Hopefully not complaint. There you go. Don't be afraid to rate us on iTunes out there. On iTunes, please do give us a rating if you could. It would be much appreciated. You like the show, go on there, give us a nice rating, comment, and there you go. Tell us what you like. Tell us maybe what you like improved, if you'd like. Facebook page, you can do that as well. Twitter account, even that too. Yeah. Just go on to Facebook, click in the search bar, Timberwolves Explosion, Minnesota Timberwolves. Click on the one that says company, not group, if the group is still out there. So company, not group. And of course, on Twitter, at Wolves Explosion or at Forecaster TE, all one word, Forecaster TE for Marcus the Forecaster's Twitter account. We are obviously on there to talk Timberwolves basketball. That is for sure. So thanks again. We're not trying to be negative. We're just serious right now. We're serious. Yes, we want to.
Yeah. If there was more positive to talk about, we'll talk about the positive stuff.
Yes, sir. And the positive one thing is, yes, Kevin Love is back. Thank God.
Yeah.
And we can't wait to have Rubio back. Apparently, he's closer than before.
Yeah.
Yes, significantly closer. So, yeah, maybe we might even be talking about Ricky Rubio very soon here. Things will be a lot nicer when that happens. I just hope they don't sit on their hands saying, "Oh, we'll just put Luke at starting shooting." Don't do that again. Come on, don't do that again. No. Shved's not ready to start, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I'm talking too much, like always. Yeah. So, Ricky Rubio, Courtney Lee. Yeah. We'll be back sooner rather than later, ladies and gentlemen.